Hi, everybody, and welcome again to another episode of Tai Chi For You. And tonight, I came across this in some of my lessons and workshops and things that I take, and it's a mindful meditation. And you kind of bring them both together. And when we think of meditation, don't think of it as you have to sit with your legs crossed and incense going and that type of meditation. If that's the level you're at, that's great. But really, that mindful meditation, in one definition, could be just you want to check in with yourself, and just see where where the tightness is, or am I holding on to a negative thought? So it doesn't necessarily have to be something in the body, a tightness or a soreness or stiffness. It could be something that's more on the energetic side of it. The energetic body might have an issue where you're holding on to something that a negative thought, or just it's just a negative thought, and that could cause tightness in the physical body. So again, what we want to do is do that mindful meditation, and Tai Chi is a moving meditation. So there's two definitions of Tai Chi. So when we're going to get up in just a moment, but I want to talk about that. And secondly, I want to tell you that next week, make sure you tune in. It's a 99% go that we're going to have a certified Pilates teacher join me. So if not for anything else, tune in to see me try to do Pilates. But we are going to just talk about the two different ones and see what's similar. Because again, all these forms of exercise or meditation, it's yoga, all that, I'll say it again, they all come from the same tree, meaning that you'll see similarities in some of the moves. They might call them something different, like, the energy centers, or we'll use the meridians, and I think yoga uses meridians. I'm not sure what Pilates uses, but we're going to find out next week. And so that should be a lot of fun. All right, so why don't we get up? We'll do some of our warm-ups, and then we'll get into some that mindful meditation, and I'll break it down a little bit into the sort of the three phases that I teach. So let's stand up. Oh, first of all, make sure you have some water. I'm doing my lemon water. Yeah. So we're going to start off with the nice and gentle ringing the temple bell. And while we're doing this, we're being mindful of our breath. We're being mindful of not overdoing anything. Remember, we're warming up the body. And if you want to visualize the ringing the temple bell. So it's not done fast. Picture that gong. And we're packing in the chi as well, or packing in energy, getting the blood flowing, however you want to think of it. And again, there's the mindfulness is I'm going into that phase where I'm using the energy in the palm of the hand right here. There's an energy center, and I'm packing the chi into the body, into the different parts. I'm on the sides. And we're going to talk a lot about the core, or the waist area today too as well. So let's make sure we're warming that area up. The back and the front, the sides, Get up onto the shoulders, the arms, and just let them go, just nice and easy. Maybe if you think like I guess if you could open the top of the washing machine, you see that little agitator kind of just doing its thing. Sometimes I visualize that movement as part of my meditation in doing this form right here. So let's go with 3, 2, 1. Good. And remember the important thing too about shaking, and then we did some light bouncing, and you don't have to come up high off the heel, and then build up to where you can come up more and drop. So breath in, one more, breath in, ha, good. All right, let's go into the next one, the 500 claps. And again, we're gonna work the energy part of the body, so we're working up the meridians, up the outside of the arm, and then we go down the inside of the arm. So we take a breath in, and then long, slow, deep, and even ourselves out, up the other side, down the middle, down the inside, up the outside, around and down. We'll do it one more time. And around and down. And remember, new people, if it's too much, we brush. But brush in the direction up, and then brush in the direction down on the inside. Good. Let's move down into the legs. And we're going to start off by going both at the same time. Down, past the knees, if you can keep going down to the ankles, and then come up the inside, just like that. So it's either with both at the same time, keep the head up, exhale, and bring it up. Now, if you're having a little trouble and you want to use a prop, you have a table or something sturdy, you can put it up, and we go down one leg at a time. And we can get into the ankle, maybe a little bit easier trying it like this. I know these mics pick up a lot, but you could bang, build up the, just like that. Even off. Now you could even go deeper and try your balancing, where you can go down and come up. So we can go down and come up like that. Good. All right, shake that out a little bit and go into the back. So remember I said we're going to talk a little bit more about the waist and the core. So there's, again, the energetic part of the body. There's all kinds of energy pathways working that area. But we're just kind of waking up the chi, and we're working, I guess, the kidney area, the waist area, just like that. And then come around to the front and pack that chi. And then work your way right in the core, right in the center, in the belly. And you can go around all that, and then work your way right up the center. And now we're hitting where it's the clavicles right here, and you want to go just underneath them. And I kind of use sort of my fingertips and just pack it in like that, wake them up. Great time to take a nice breath in and breath out. Or you could make a fist and do some light. There's another one you could do right in the center. And that's your thymus. And now we're going to work our way to the top of the spine, right here, the base of the skull. And just bring it up and around the ears and back. base of the spine, and bring it up. And one more time, base of the spine, bring it up, and now we want to go under the eyes. Again, using the fingertips. Under the nose. And I'm just using one fingertip. And I'm going to switch and do the chin. And then we're going to shoot the arm up. And we're going to just come down. And it's mostly, you start at the arm, but it's mostly for this area right here, and the armpit, and the side of the body, where the ribs are, and whatever else is in there, okay? So start up at the wrist, and come down the arm, and you're getting mostly the side, and then right down. And then switch it over to the other one. And again, if you want to build up to where you can take a blow. One more. Good. And let's get the fingertips. And just lightly connect, tap. And there's a karate chop. So I'm forcing down this way. And then I'm going to switch and force down on this. And then together on the wrists. Good. Shake. And lightly bounce, 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 bounce. One more time. Just bounce gently, bounce, 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 bounce. If you can come up and down just like that. Great. Let's do a little bit of the, we haven't done this one in a while. Just a nice easy wrist roll. And now, without overthinking, reverse it. And this was a fun one that we kind of discovered in class. And we were figuring out, we didn't know there was a reverse. And reverse. And this is sort of a mind exercise as well. Because the more you overthink it, you can't do it. But when you just sort of flow with it and take a breath in, and breath out. And that is a nice way to kind of just get that reverse going. Let's go into a little bit of the that whole idea that of the meditation, the mindfulness, the freedom fist exercise. So with that one, and again, it's the physical body, but the energetic as well. And the gist of this one is we're going to make a fist, and we're going to squeeze. So there's the physical part. And the energetic part is that we're going to think of that either that tightness in the body, that sore shoulder, or upset stomach, whatever it is physically, or the energetic part where it's a negative thought that you're having, or you just anxiety, whatever it is, and just be aware of it. Squeeze. And that sound and that breath and that physical just dropping it, letting it go. So bring it in, make that fist, have that thought, just let it go. And it's probably a great therapy session. They, I don't know, instead of, hitting a pillow or whatever, try this one. So, whatever's bugging me, and just let it go. Now that we're calm and we got rid of that negative, now we're going to receive energy or just an intention or a good thought. And this is a stretch out of the palms. Breath in and down. So take a breath in. Bring the arms up. And again, that This is what I'm trying to accomplish as much as I can without bending them back with the other hand. I'm just opening them up. And again, that sound therapy, that breath, it's all part of it. It isn't just arms or wrists. So breathe in. And you don't want to rush through it because you'll miss that aha moment or the wow factor or whatever you can associate it with. And let's go into the whole idea of just that flushing things out. We'll do the sort of, we call it like an MRI or just a body wash. So the hand, palm facing out on the back. Again, feel that center, that core. And the other hand is palm facing down. And this is where we're just, and again, it's the physical body. Feel that little resistance as you lift, but also visualize you're drawing energy up. And just nice and easy, wand or wave. Take your time because there's a lot of points energetically in the body that you're flushing out. Down to the knees and just let it go. So use it as physically, just that resistance, that pulling up, and then energetically drawing up energy and wanding. See if you can feel if there's any, maybe you have a sinus issue or sore throat or shoulders bugging you or something in the intestines or the stomach or any in the hips, the knees, and just get rid of it, that gunk, that negative. And on the last one, it's a nice straight down that energy center, right down the front. Great. Switch hands. So firmly placed on the back, lifting up, breath in, and just wand or wave. And if you want to think of it as just a stretching, moving the body, that's fine. You're still sending that energy and flushing and moving things, getting rid of any stuck thoughts, stuck emotions. And great. All right, just shake that out a little bit. And let's see, what other one you want to do? How about let's take a drink of water. We're going to do the Qigong move next. So with this one, feet are shoulder width apart. Let's back up just a little bit. Let's go over some of the postures and the things to remember. And we kind of jokingly call it the 18 things to remember, where I use the analogy of golf, where it looks simple, where they just address the ball and swing, and there goes right where they want it to go. But before they did all that, I'm sure it was, okay, head down, shoulders, knees bent. This, they're going through their checklist of what are they going to do before they hit the ball, as they're coming back, how's the hips, what follows through. So again, they have their regiment, and I'm not a golfer, so I'm kind of loosely basing it on what I've watched and learned from watching golf and hearing golfers talk about it. But so let's go back to the Tai Chi bit, where we're going to have to think about the breath. It's slow and gentle, deep, breath in, Breath out. So we're using that diaphragm. We're drawing that diaphragm muscle down, bringing the air in, opening up the lungs, expanding. So when we exhale, we're got that stale air that's out. We're doing a nice flush from good air, bad air out, good air in, bad air out. And what we're also going to be doing when we're subconsciously, I guess, because you don't want to get too hung up in that monkey mind of, okay, what foot's this, what's in remembering too much. But we practice it so the breath comes natural. And now we're going to practice that weight shifting so that comes natural. And we use that, the saying 70-30 rule, where it's 70% heavy foot. We're shifting that weight, so it's 70% heavy, 30% on the light foot. So it's shifting. And there's the breath. Good. The other thing to remember is that elongated spine that we talked about. So we're visualizing that golden thread pulling from the crown chakra, from the top of the head up, and stretching that spine in sort of a, think of an anchor tied down. So it's dropping that tailbone, but it's expanding at the same time. And that's a great one to do, just to, again, go a little bit deeper and connect the body and mind. And the last connection is that body, mind, spirit. And the spirit, you can't, I don't want to just label it of anything. It's you connecting to nature, you connecting to a higher source, you in that deeper phase of meditation where it's you're aware of your surroundings. I'm aware of that spine stretching. I'm aware of that deep, nice, fresh breath coming in, coming out. I'm aware of which foot's heavy and which foot's light. And then we shift that weight and we turn the body just like that. The other smaller little things to remember is the chin wants to be just tucked in just a little bit. And then we have the 5 bows that we talked about. And the bow is just this area right here, how it's kind of bowed underneath both arms. I'm not tight in. I'm not standing at attention or, again, different forms. I mean, they have moves where they're tight and then they come out with a move. So, but we're just remembering the bows, keeping them open. The other thing is the wrists are relaxed, just like that. Then the knees are slightly bent. There's 2 more bows. They just drop, but we're keeping the elongated spine. We're keeping the breath. And then put a smile on. There's the 6th bow. Very secret. Smile. That's the secret of Tai Chi. Good. Just like that. Now, another little smaller detail is the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Energetically, it connects the way things travel, the way the meridians travel, and different energy channels flow through the body. And we talk about the 3 power centers. We have the lower power center, the heart power center, and again, yoga calls it the 3rd eye, I believe, or right here, the wisdom center that we again, you hate to label things, but the wisdom center is this area right here. So the lower one, or we call it the Dantian, to find it is measurement of finding your belly button using 3 of your fingers underneath. So it's a little bit, I guess, below the waist. And we might say in the West our gut feeling. And I know you've all had that gut feeling, I don't know how many times in your life, but that, should I cross the street? It's like, what should I do? It's your gut instinct, I guess, is another term for it. But that's your power center. That's where you connect to you. You're connecting to yourself. So we're tying in that mindful meditation, checking in, okay. And just, again, do it and feel for it right there. Just take a breath in, breath out, while both hands are on that power center. And then move up to the heart center. And we see this all the time in movies or in other cultures where people, they use both hands and they place them right over their heart to, this reminds me of something, or, that person is really special, or, they just, think of their grandchildren, and then they just, so it's you, again, you connecting to others from this heart center. So again, it's one of the instructors I have is like, okay, we're getting a little woo-woo out there. And I've been there where when I was first learning some things in the energy ball and all that, it's a little woo-woo, but once you get it, now it's the wow. And if you know what I'm talking about, you feel it right there. Wow. I'm really connecting to that person I'm talking with or thinking about, or, they're near and dear to your heart. You bring that thought into you right here. You liking this so far? Good. Let's move up to the wisdom center right here. So, and again, it encompasses this, sort of your whole top of the head area a bit. And you can put your hands on your head, but I try to go a little bit deeper, and there's an aura or an energy field that's just surrounding the physical body. So I'm trying to connect into that and feel the pulse, if you will. And with this one, it's what this one is you, again, you connecting to source or nature or spirit, or however you think that there is something else out there besides, you living in your house and driving a car, and that's it. When my heart stops going, they stop the car and throw me out, and that's it. So, but there's more. And so people connect to more from here on a mindfulness or spiritual level. And you'll see it again in different cultures where people, what should I do? And they're worried, and they're talking out loud, and they're talking to themselves, and who are they talking to? They're trying to find answers from, or guidance from somewhere else. So that's, one thing, or, let me think, what was that? Where did I put those keys? You see people, right? The hands are on here. They're drawing in using that center, that power center up here. And then we can reach out to receive energy or guidance and bring it down. So I got a little deep on those, but those are the three main power centers. I hope that helped. I know I've explained them before, and maybe you didn't hear it before, or you heard it, and this is, not just with Tai Chi, but you'll see something explained, or a math problem with, kids in school, or whatever, and it's, now I get it. So it's I'm hoping you guys are getting it with either hearing it a little bit different. I'll try to explain it a little bit different, but I don't want to get off track with the basic of what the three power centers are. So let's have another drink. I know these mics pick up a lot, so sorry about the slurping. All right, now we can do our three moves, the Qigong. So we're shoulder width apart, hands are out to the side with the palms facing down. And you can think of it as purely physical, bringing the arms up and coming down. And then bringing the arms up, and we're going to that heart center. And we're pushing down. And now we're going to bring up to the heart center again, and just circle out, return, and down. So those are the three moves. We do them 3 times. So let's think of now as we're drawing up that earth energy or earth chi, bringing it up, turning the palms in, and now we're going to place the chi in the body and feel it into the, just traveling down through, all the way down. Breath out. Breath in, drawing that energy into the heart center. And now we're pushing down. So now we bring it up and we say, we give it away. Reload and down. Remember that saying, the more you give, the more you get? So bring the energy up. And the other analogy, we think of it as if you ever had coffee in a French press. I'm taking that energy now and I'm pushing it down through the body, and it's working its magic. It's grabbing all the gunk, all the stickiness, and just flushing it right out. So now when we do a second one into the heart center, it's a nice, think of it as that nice second rinse, and just flush it all out. So now we have a nice clean vessel. We're going to bring the arms up. And let's give it away one more time. Reload and down. We're doing an extra one. This is the 4th time. Bring it up. And just see if this last one kind of goes a little bit smoother, because we've been working some of that energy clearing. Now visualize, bring that energy up. And the last one is we wrap it around us, sort of like that protective shield. And then we do our return to the mountain. Bang. Excellent. All right, you guys are doing good. All right, let's go into a little bit, and these are called katas, and it's just a term where we pick maybe 3 moves. It could be more, but just think of some of the moves that we use, the Tai Chi, the different ones. And one of the ones we do is we hold the ball. And the top hand is going to press down as this bottom hand is sort of a scoop, and that's going to bring it up. And they're going to meet in the center, or the heart center, basically. And they pass each other, palm to palm. And see how they're separating now. Now ready? Here's the part to remember. Kaching. Hand down, hand up. Kaching. And that's a word I just made up, but it got me to remember this. This move took me 2 weeks to learn, because I was trying to focus on this one down, but I'm like, oh, I forgot to bring this one up. So as it comes down, the bottom one starts to come up, and that's how you meet at the heart center, palm to palm. Continue separating. So continue the separation and then start to turn. So you're all set for the down and up. Meet at the heart center. So just practice this one. And we're keeping that elongated spine. We're keeping the breath. We're shifting that weight, turning the body. And if those of you that want to guess what move's coming next, the wave hands like clouds. There's the kaching. There's the hand down, hand up. Now when you come across, the bottom hand stays, top hand stays. They both move to come across. Now you're twisting at the waist, the core. Breath in, breath out, switch. Hand down, hand up. And you could drop a little bit in the knees and come up and wave hands like clouds. So it's right across the chest, palm facing in, hand down, hand up. So see that separation part and see the center. So the separation happens right at the center, turn, but it's flowing. So again, there's a lot of moving parts. Just think of a watch maybe, all the moving parts. Every part's important. The fingertips are open, relaxed. The wrist is relaxed. The shoulders are relaxed. The knees are slightly bent. The tongue's still on the roof of the mouth. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we can go into, how about this one? This is the beak. So we reach out, and again, that little 70%, I'm not overstretching, and I'm grounded. Now I'm going to shift that weight, 70%, put this hand underneath, right here on the hip. So now when I shift that weight, start to turn the body, the bottom hand comes out, and there's the whip, just like that. So reload, we're shifting, turning, shifting, turning, hand comes out, the wrist turns, and again we make that little, I'll turn for camera maybe, see, like a little grab right here, just like that. So one more on this side, the beak. In other words, we say the beak doesn't move, the whip, shifting, turning, good. Try it on the other hand. So make this hand the beak. I had to think for a moment. So it's relaxed, the elbows are down, but it's a firm pinch with the fingers, the beak. There's the weight shift, hands underneath, coming out and across. Reload, shift the weight, turn the body. So it's a little bit of a concealed, and again the martial art aspect. Come across. So there's, I'm bringing up the energy, I'm doing that weight shift, so I'm not just coming across with a chop or a slap or anything like that. I'm bringing it all up, bang, just like that. All right, let's think of one more. What one would you guys like to do? See if this is a little quieter drinking. Yeah. All right. How about we do, oh, we haven't done this one in a while. The bow and arrow. So we circle, bring it in 1, 2, 3, and then we pull back. So again, I'm keeping this shoulder height, and this hand goes out. Now this one you can do a stretch. You don't have to worry about that 70-30 rule too much. And you could do the sword fingers, the 2 fingers, or just send the palms out. The feet are pigeon-toed out. So breath in, and you could drop and go to where you're comfortable and come back up. And then we do 1, 2, hold that there, 3. This hand pulls back. This hand shoots out. There's my sword fingers. And I can drop. I'm keeping the back straight. The knees are going out to the side. And then come up. And it takes a while to do that one, where you can do it. Because there are moves, they call it the snake creeps in the grass. So there's different moves in the Tai Chi form that we do that you are really overdoing it. But we adapt it. We have our senior citizen version that I do quite a bit. I'm building up to where I can, I guess, follow the masters a little bit more with some of that move. So, with that one, again, it's just reaching down, coming up, and there's a block. So we're just reaching down, bringing it up, and having a block. Good. All right, have a seat for a minute. I want to make sure my notes here, I wrote down some things that I wanted to cover today. So when I say what the waist does, or the core, it's really, I guess you could call it the command center, if you want to think of it that way, because it controls on where the move starts and where the move stops. And it keeps you balanced. The other thing is when we're doing these exercises, you want to feel for the, and I want to call them energetic points, but you're feeling the, where the energy's coming from, or where that twist, like, why am I stopping here? Okay, something's telling me that's where I stop, or something's telling me. This is another move right here, this inside parry, where we circle in. Think of it as maybe folding. Someone said, oh, it's like when you fold laundry. I'm like, okay, I guess some people fold laundry this way. And then you go outside parry. That's the outside parry. Outside. And this circling. Remember, the body likes to move in circles. So, and what happens is, too, a lot of times we tend to focus on, what's the hand doing? What are the fingers? But it's really focus on what the core is doing. And that might help you sort of get to that different level. So let's get back up. Let's maybe focus a little bit on that one. We'll do our slow motion hula hoop. So the hands are just nice, placed on the hips, and just, again, start off easy, just circle. Incorporate the breath. Keep that spine elongated. And just picture how we're going to sort of just push back, push to the side, push to the front, push to the side. So you can circle this way and then reverse direction. And the core is not, the core is really the front, the back, and everything in between. So most of it's, we think of the spine is the information highway, or, all the nerves, a lot of things are connected that way. But you have, just with the body, fascia and muscles, and I don't know if you ever had operations, they have to cut through a lot of connective tissue, I guess, right, all through there. So, so there's all that area, but we want to just loosen it up but just be aware of it and feel that energy happening. You could also try this as a figure 8, and that's a little bit trickier. You have to use your mind and just back and forth and around, circle. Good. Let's just try some nice, gentle, again, the ringing the temple bell, when we first started that one, you want to engage that core and just feel. And again, we're using that 70-30 rule where I'm not overdoing it. I'm relaxed. Get to the point where it's to the stop. And I'm aware, having that mindful meditation of that stretching right underneath on the sides. Stretch up, feel it on the sides. And you could try it also with the just looking straight ahead and just twist the torso. And just see what's different about this one with just that straight ahead. Okay, I can feel some tightness. I feel where things are connected into the pelvic bowl, where all the hips, everything's what keeps us from falling down, I guess. But we do our circles. And then let's go into the knees, and we circle the knees. Keep that core engaged. And then reverse, and just bring it around. Good. And let's not forget about our ankles. See if we can't. They probably won't crack tonight. I did a lot of walking around today, so that might have helped lubricate the area. And just circle around both directions. So again, there's my stool if I need to hold on to it for balance. Good. All right, just shake that out a little bit. All right, let's do a kata again. We'll pick, actually, why don't we just do our first 3 moves of the 24 form. So the first one is called mountain pose, and that's where the feet are together with some connection either at the heels or both sides of the foot, or just the heels, okay? And this is where we're in mountain pose, so we're elongating the spine, and we're just sort of going, it's called a Wu-Ji or a no mind, where again, that mindfulness meditation, and we're just checking in. And check in with that deep, long breath. And exhale. And then when we're ready, we make the right foot the heavy foot. So we can step out. So it has to be 100% just for that stepping out. And now we can shift it into 50-50. And you can adjust. Don't think of it as I have to be like bing, bing, bing. No. Do it nice and relaxed. Hand mountain pose. Maybe drop it down a little bit. Again, all these fine little things that I don't want to overwhelm, but the more you know, and then when you watch, you kind of pick it up. Oh, he did drop a little bit. Now here's another fine one. I turned left, so I kind of corkscrewed down to turn right, so I can step out. And I stepped out on the ball, on the toe first, and then as that weight shift, the foot went flatter. And then I step and adjust into what's called horse stance. Now what we're going to do is the movement follows the breath. So there's that split second where I breathe in, then the move starts. From shoulder height, palms come in, arms come in, down. Exhale. So a quick breath first, then the move starts. And don't worry if you can't breathe in for the whole move and breathe out. Just be aware of your breath. Just so if you exhaled and you still got more to go, well, you got to inhale. It's okay. Exhale. I don't want to make this, Ron said, this is how you breathe. Breathe. Just listen to your body. Do one more. Breath in. Now I'm going to turn left. I'm loading up the right foot so I can turn right. And notice I'm going to step in. It's called a half step in. And I form that holding the ball. Now I'm going to step out, up and out. Up and out. Heel first. Now I'm going to weight shift to the front foot. As I'm doing that, there's the, it's called parting the horse's mane. But it's just that hand down, hand up at this angle. And there's that little core twist. And I just, again, I'm not over twisting, I'm stopping right here. Now I'm going to shift that weight to the back foot and see how my elbows are out a little bit. I'm not tight. And then I'm going to 45 degree that front foot, or just throw it out to the left a little bit. Shift that weight. Now see, something's got to give as I'm shifting and turning. That back foot's going to come up and plant. As I do, I continue that core twist. And I'm holding the ball magically on my left side. Now I'm going to keep the left foot heavy so I can step out with the right foot and throw the frisbee. Good. I went right into the camera just about. Rock back. 45. Shift the weight forward. Half step. Come up. Step out. Great. All right, you guys. You're doing awesome. Have another quick drink. Let's do our energy ball. And then we'll do a little bit of the hug the tree or the meditative move that we do. So the energy ball. This is a woo-woo to where you get the wow factor. So rub your hands together. Push, nothing too hard, but firm, okay? And now take a breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Start to peel from the bottom to the fingertips. Palms are about facing each other, about this far apart. And again, we're just sort of building a chi ball a little bit. See if you can feel, again, you might not feel anything, that's fine. Let's go a little bit deeper with this one. Remember we did the sword fingers or 2 fingers, and we just want to circle the whole palm. And we talked about the center of the palm was an energy center. Remember when we packed the chi? So we're going to start to use that fingertips and draw that energy right into the center of the palm and pull it out. Try it with the other hand. So just circle, and you might not feel it, but you might. And then start to circle in, send the chi, pull it out. So pack the chi right now. We activated both hands. There might be something there, just, again, molecules of chi. Whatever you want to think of what it is. So we're packing that in. We have our chi ball. You can visualize it as a golden white light, but make it yours. Sometimes I tell everybody mine's been a heavy, almost like a cannonball, or a snowball, or a giant chrome. But I have my energy ball right now. Now I'm going to have my intention, what I want to do with this one. Okay, it's like making a birthday wish. But you can say it out loud, you can keep it to yourself. and just send it out. Very good. And tiger returns to the mountain, just like that. Great. I know a lot of you guys have fun with doing that, and again, it doesn't hurt. It's a good exercise where you build up, and again, it's in movies, and you see it on TV where they, send out energy, or people that know Reiki. They maybe I'll get a Reiki practitioner in here. I know a little bit, but someone that has more knowledge of it, they could explain how they use energy in placing it and things like that. So, all right, let's go into the hug the tree. So, fingers are almost touching, shoulders are down and relaxed, elbows are down, wrists are nice and loose, okay? And right here, we just hold. And we try to just relax the mind, relax the body, and just think about the breath in, breath out. Allow any thoughts to come in. Don't hold on to them. Recognize them and let them go. Could be a great thought. Could be a negative thought. Don't dwell on them. Because in between each thought, there was that nanosecond that there wasn't anything until something came in. That nothingness, that is the secret sauce. That is what you want to expand on. So you could have music playing, you could be doing this just out in the garden, just by yourself. You could be doing this on a subway or an airplane. It's you connecting to all three power centers. Good. And get yourself a little leg timer. Try to do it for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. Good. And then when you want to come out, breath in. And tiger returns to the mountain. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. We kind of got a little charged up here with the energy, so that's kind of the goal. You want to maybe we'll talk about next time about maybe calming things down, how to get a good night's sleep. All right, that'll be my topic, one of the shows coming up. Until then, Tai Chi for you.